welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing very well today. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is NatalieJade. I post videos over here at least 3 times a week, but we have just done Vlogmas, so we've uploaded back-to-back videos all month. I hope you're doing very well today. So today's video, I wanted to rate 2021 makeup releases. I wanted to rate every single makeup release of 2021, but this video would take me until 2022 to actually film. So I've decided to just choose 10 makeup releases, collabs, just brand releases, just things like that to rate and to discuss with you guys. So I hope you all enjoy this video. If you do, do not forget to smash that big thumbs up for me. Leave me a lovely little comment in that comment section down below, and make sure to subscribe to my channel for more content just like this. And let's get started with today's video. Like I said, there was so many makeup releases. When I looked back at it, like Revolution's releases alone would have been too much for one video. So I've gone through a lot of different releases from 2021 and I've just picked out a variety. So they're not necessarily my favorites. Some of them in there 100% are. Some of them are things that I've bought, some things I haven't bought, some things have literally just been released, things like that. I just wanted to do a variety of different ones, kind of go over, talk about, and just kind of do an overall review of them really. So I'm gonna get started. The first one I'm gonna talk about is Kylie Cosmetics 2.0. So for any of you that don't know, Kylie launched her brand 6 years ago as Lip Kits by Kylie. She launched 3 different lip kits, and I think it was 1,500 lip kits that she had in each colour, thinking, right, see if they sell. And they sold out within seconds. Everyone thought that the website had crashed and stuff, but it was literally just that she was so successful that they just sold out literally in seconds. So she then started to release more products. So she did like makeup lines, she did highlights, mascara, just everything you could imagine she basically created. And then in 2021 she deleted all of her Instagram posts. She just wanted to start fresh with Kylie 2.0. So Kylie 2.0 was basically all about being clean, being like vegan, cruelty free, no kind of nasties in there, and just having better products for the environment, just better products for your skin in general. So that's what she released, and I never tried the original Kylie. She removed everything off her website from the original line, but I never got to try any of it, so I can't really compare it to that. But her new products, I've tried a highlight, a bronze, and a blush, and they are beautiful. Some of them I don't feel like are worth the money because they are high-end products, so a lot more expensive, but some of them are absolutely beautiful. Like I've got the Ice Me Out highlighter, and oh my god, it is absolutely insane. So I feel like the Kylie 2.0 range was definitely a success. Like I think she absolutely smashed it. I always love to see every single year the different collaborations she does. Like she does like Halloween ones, Christmas ones. Like one year she did the Grinch, I think that was 2020, and I always love to see those. But this year she's put all of her energy into this new line, and I think it's absolutely incredible. I really do love it. So the next one I'm going to talk about is e.l.f. x Revolution. The e.l.f. collection by Revolution, as soon as they announced it, I was so excited, but I wasn't sure how they were going to actually bring the products across to be kind of like elfy, if that makes sense. Like what colours they were going to use, how they were going to do the packaging, what products they were going to create. And in the end they brought out 2 palettes. So the storybook palette, the one that I got, it's like a little book and you can flip through it, and then the other one, which I think is the Ninny Muggins palette. I'm not massively fond of that. I don't really like the layout of that palette. I'm not as fond of like these shimmers, like the glitters that they put into it. But the palette that I bought, oh my god, it's called the OMG palette, and oh my god, it is incredible. It's so beautiful. I feel like the pans of colour are a little bit too small for me, but the shades, the pigmentation, just everything about it, the presentation, the packaging, everything about it is beautiful. It's really unique palette that I've not seen before. They also brought out some lip gloss. I think it was a lip trio they brought out. I didn't try that, but they did look to be nice colours. They looked really cute packaging, all things like that. They brought out a little bag as well, and oh, that was so cute. I really wanted the bag. It was so pretty. I feel like Revolution's makeup bags from my like collaborations and things like that are always so pricey. I bought the Revolution XDC Harley makeup bag, which is beautiful, but I feel like some of them are just a little bit too pricey. It's just my personal opinion, but I feel like £10 for a makeup bag it's a lot of money when you're also buying other products from the ranges. And I buy products to test out for you guys, so you all know if the products are worth it or not. So it's a little bit too much for me personally, but if it's something that you're specifically after, like the Revolution Simpsons, Revolution Matrix, Revolution Friends, if you're like a big fan of that show or whatever like that, then it probably is worth the money for you guys. So the next one is the Matrix collection, which we just touched on. This was actually unreal. I wanted this collection so bad. Unfortunately, because I've been buying other collections that I couldn't afford it at the time, and you've got to kind of make the decision of whether it's worth it or not, how you can actually afford it, things like that. So I never actually tried it out myself, but I saw everyone else doing all their reviews, and it got such positive reviews. Just the overall layout of it, like the actual campaign they did for it. They had 2 separate palettes, and then they had like one big palette together, and they also had little makeup bags. I had like a full makeup case, which I thought was so cool. You could also buy them in like bundles to make it a little bit cheaper. They had all sorts of different things. I'm pretty sure they also had a brush set and like a sponge set. They just had so much, and they were absolutely gorgeous. It was just like the design and the way that they brought everything across to the Matrix collection was like flawless. Sometimes I've looked at like Revolution collections and like collections by other companies, and it's like the DC collection. I loved the DC collection by Revolution. I thought it was absolutely incredible. It was gorgeous. They did so many products. Like I said, the Harley bag was absolutely beautiful. I had to buy it. But I personally feel like they could have put a little bit more time into some of the products. Some of them just feel like they were missing something. Like the Harley palette was beautiful. It had pinks and blues in it, but that's all it had in it. Like that was the only look you could really do, was like pink and blue. Like the Joker one had some green, yellow, red, but it didn't feel that Joker inspired. I don't know, I feel like some of them could have had a lot more work and effort and time put into them. I'm sure they worked really hard and everything like that. It's just, this is my honest opinion, is that I feel like it wasn't DC enough for some of them. However, the Matrix collection, it just feels absolutely perfect. Like they could not have done anything more to make that any more perfect. I think it was beautiful, just really well displayed. Another Revolution collection that was released this year was the Simpsons one. I did manage to get my hands on this, and when I tell you, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. I only bought one palette, which is the Treehouse of Horrors palette. I have done, I think, 1 maybe 2 videos on this on my channel already. It is a really pigmented palette, beautiful colour range. They also released a few other things. They released a couple more palettes. They did highlights. I think they did a blush. I'm pretty sure they'll have done like a makeup bag with it as well. They released a load of products for that. They did like this slime thing as well, and some eyeliners with it. So they had such a big variety. So they had something for everyone in that collection. I really liked it because it was like a Halloween themed, Simpson themed and Revolution themed one all in one. So I thought that was really cool. Like I said, I tested it out and the pigmentation was really good. Colour ranges were really good. The only thing that I could say negative about it is that it didn't have like any mirrors. So I don't think they actually had like any handheld mirrors, and then the palettes had no mirrors in as well. So if you're like doing your makeup and you need to be able to see, then I don't know. Personally, I do love a palette with a mirror in. It's not essential, but it's a lot more helpful and it just looks better as well. The next collection has to be the Colourpop collection. This is the Nightmare Before Christmas Colourpop. Everyone, and I mean everyone, was so excited for this collection, and I don't blame them. I wanted to get my hands on it so much, but the negative thing about Colourpop is they are quite an affordable brand, but if you're not in America or Canada, the shipping is a nightmare. You end up paying import duties sometimes if your order is large, and the shipping for it is just not cheap as it is. Sometimes you can wait until international free shipping comes up, or if you pay a certain amount, like you buy like $100 of the products, then you get like free shipping from doing that. But I personally don't have enough money to spend like $100 on products just to get free shipping, and I don't really find it in me the justification to pay that amount for shipping. That's just my personal opinion. Depends on your disposable income, how much money you've got, but for me personally, I don't have enough to spend on Colourpop because I absolutely love their products. It also takes quite a while to arrive if you're in the UK. I ordered one Colourpop palette because I just had to try them out, and I think it took 3 maybe 4 weeks to arrive. So if you're wanting to do like a video, like a testing video like me, and you want to get the products as soon as they're released, then Colourpop's not really the one. I was desperate to try this collection. The collection was absolutely unreal. The amount of thought and the amount of work that went into this collection was just ridiculous. It's an absolutely beautiful collection. Anyone that's a fan of Nightmare Before Christmas will absolutely love it. Personally, I've not actually seen it before, but I loved the collection without even having to see the film. So I think it was absolutely insane. They chose some really, really good colours. I'm pretty sure some of the palettes were like glow in the dark, which was really, really cool. But they had like a really, really big collection as well, which I thought was really, really nice. In the collection, they had a trio set of eye jellies, which look so weird. Like sticking in jelly on your eyes like eyeshadow looks so weird. So I really, really wanted to try those out. They had 3 different colours. They had the kind of like bronzy goldy colour, a bright neon pink, and then like a dusky kind of like midnight bluey black, which was so pretty. They were all really, really shimmery as well. So I really, really want to try them. But those are the ones that they released, and they were $10 each, or all 3 for $28, which is, you know, a deal. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but better than nothing when you want to save some money. They also brought out some like little gems, like a sheet, like a sticker sheet. I don't know how I'm trying to explain it to you. I'm going to stick all the pictures on screen anyway. But they also brought out like a sticker sheet with like little gems on. And I'm not sure what that was all about. It just seemed a little bit like they were just trying to stick some extra in there a bit last minute. They were pretty, but they just seemed a little bit like something that you'd buy from Claire's for like £2. Like they're just, I don't know, I feel like that's the kind of thing that you can get anywhere, that you don't need that added into the collection. I don't know, I feel like they were nice, but they were a little bit unnecessary. That's not something that I'd personally buy. Some people might be absolutely in love and obsessed, but personally it's not something that I would have bought with the collection. The next one I'm going to talk to you guys about is the Morph X Sour Patch Kids. This is another one that I didn't get my hands on but looked beautiful. It was really affordable as well. It was quite cheap, was this collection. They had a few beauty blenders which looked really nice. I actually need new beauty blenders because mine are literally falling apart right now, so I do need some more. But the palette is what really, really drew me in. It is so colourful. It's a really, really nice size palette. If you've ever used Morph products before, you'll know how well pigmented they are, how nice they are. And I don't think I've ever actually had a Morph collab before, apart from the Jaclyn Hill one. Oh, and James Charles. I've had James Charles too, but I've not had very many Morph collaboration palettes, so I thought it'd be really, really nice to try that one out. I haven't bought it yet, but I might treat myself to it at some point. They also had a Morph Sour Patch Kids setting spray, and my favourite setting spray on the whole planet has to be the Morph Mini Continuous one. So I really, really wanted to try the Sour Patch Kids one, just to see, like, in comparison, if it was like the same formula, if it was like a completely different one. I just wanted to see what it was like compared to this one, because that one is absolutely incredible. The next collection is a little bit more drugstore, a little bit more affordable, but honestly, so good. So the next one is the Surf X Revolution. This is her 3rd collection with Revolution. I have all 3 now. So in this collection, she released her Super Spice palette, which is beautiful. The colour range in this palette is absolutely ridiculous. The pigmentation is absolutely beautiful. It has so many beautiful shimmers, but then it has a really, really nice proportion of shimmers to mattes. I find in a lot of palettes at the moment that people are releasing palettes that have like 90% shimmers and 10% mattes. I do love a good shimmer, but I'd prefer it to be 90% matte and 10% shimmer. I'd like 2 or 3 shimmers in a palette, maybe like 3 or 4, because then you can like add them to the look and like enhance the look with them. But you need the matte shades to actually be able to create the look in the first place. Like, you need a nice variety of matte shades to be able to have a good variety of different looks that you can actually create. So I felt there were definitely a good proportion in that palette. There was a really, really nice amount of shimmers versus mattes. The blue shiny shimmer is beautiful. She's got the mirror ball shade, which is gorgeous, and I just loved how you literally had every single colour of the rainbow. So you could take that palette with you. I literally have it here. This is the kind of palette you could take with you. It's a really nice size, and like I said, beautiful shades inside, but it's a kind of palette that you could literally just take with you anywhere, and you could create any look with it. Like, it's just so nice and handy and small. She also released 3 different highlights. So these are duo highlights. She released Cookies and Cream, which is my favourite, and then another 2 as well. She released 3 different ones so that everyone had one. So it was like there was one for everyone there, and people's different skin tones and things like that. And then she also released I think it was 2 different lip kits, which are a lip duo. So you get like a lip balm and then a lip liner as well. I haven't tried these yet, but I really, really want to. She wears them all the time in her videos and they look so gorgeous. Again, like I said, these are all drugstore ones, so they're a lot more affordable. Like the highlights were £8 each compared to the Kylie highlight, which I think was £20, either 18 or £20, so like 2-3 times the price, and it's absolutely beautiful and amazing quality. So number 8 has to be the Morphe Disney collection. This is beautiful. Again, I haven't got my hands on this. I did go to a store that had Morphe products in, not far from where I live, but they didn't have it in yet. So I think you kind of only get this online. Things like this are more for people that live in America because they're easier to access compared to the ones that live in England. It's a lot harder to get your hands on them, and you can get them online, but it'll take a while to come usually. But the Morphe Disney collection has been so well thought out. It is absolutely beautiful, this collection. I love the little imprints on the palette. They were so cute. I think they had 2 different palettes, and then they had like a handheld mirror and some other bits as well. But my favourite parts were the palettes. Like they had so many beautiful and unique colours as well. They had a lot of like purples, pinks, and they just had a really big variety. The shimmers looked absolutely beautiful, and it's just a palette and like a collection overall that I'd love to try. I've always loved Disney. I love the packaging of the palette. It was very Disney inspired, and just it felt like something that Disney would create. And in collections that are like collaborations, that's what you want to feel like. You want to feel like it's whoever you're collaborating with would really put like their heart and soul into that. And yeah, it just felt like a very Disney inspired and a very Disney themed palette and collection. The last one for my 2021 new makeup releases, like I said, I wanted to do so many more than this, but I just had to narrow it down to 10 because there were millions of different collections released this year. But the last one I'm going to talk about is the Beauty Bay X Jade collection, and oh my god, this was incredible. This was genuinely a game changer. So Beauty Bay collabed with Jade Thirlwall from Little Mix, if you didn't know who she was, which if you don't, how? She is absolutely incredible. She's so talented, and she now has her own palette with Beauty Bay. So the collection was literally just one palette, but she put so much time and effort into this palette. It is insanely beautiful. I have had a couple of problems with it, so if I'm going to talk about positives, I want to include the negatives too. So when I had this palette, it ended up getting damaged. I never dropped it. It never got knocked or anything like that, but I opened the palette one day and one of the shades had just smashed completely, the dark blue shade. It happens. I understand that it happens in palettes. I just feel like it could have been made a little bit sturdy, maybe like thicker packaging or just something like that to keep it protected a little bit more. A couple of the shimmers were a little bit crumbly, but they were the most gorgeous texture. They were so creamy and they just glided onto your eyes and just looked absolutely stunning. I love the names that she picked for all the shades, like What's Your Sign, Hun. She had Confetti, she had Red Planet, so she had ones that were like linked to Little Mix, but then she had ones that kind of just linked to her as well, which I really like, the fact that she had a bit of a nod to Little Mix, but she also had a lot of her own personality in that palette. There's some absolutely beautiful shades. The shimmers I really love. I really like the reds, the oranges, some really nice warm tones, some nude. She had some beautiful like greens in that palette. She just had everything you could have wanted in that palette. It was also very affordable. I'm pretty sure it was £30, which I thought was going to be a lot more expensive than that. It was a £42 palette, and Beauty Bay's £42 palettes normally, I think they're normally like £20–25. So for an extra like £5 on top to have Jade's palette, usually when, like I said earlier on with Revolution, when they do a collaboration, something that would normally be like £4 or £5 is like £10–15. Like the Marilyn Monroe collection, for example, I really wanted to buy that one, but it was so expensive. Like I think the palette was like £25 and it wasn't massive. It was like, I think it was like 4x5. It wasn't a big palette and it was like £25, and I just couldn't justify spending that much money on a palette that just because it's a Marilyn Monroe one. However, Beauty Bay released one with Jade and it was only £30, but the size of the palette was like massive and the quality of it and everything was just incredible. So I could definitely could not recommend that one anymore. I thought it was such good quality, it's such a beautiful palette, and the packaging as well was absolutely gorgeous. It had a very like astrology? I don't know how to say the word. It had a very like star signed and like space and intergalactic kind of theme, but it was absolutely beautiful and I could not recommend it anymore. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I'm so sad that I only got 10 in. Like, I feel like there was so much more to talk about and so many more collections to talk about. But I hope you've all enjoyed this video. I cannot wait to see what collections are to come in 2022. If you did like this, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. Leave me a lovely little comment in that comment section down below. And make sure to subscribe to my channel for more content just like this. And I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!